And so if you continue to diet down thinking it's not good enough, that you have to continue to get shredded to single digits to look like your favorite social media influencers, even those famous social media influencers themselves, they hate what they're doing. Coach Greg, and quick question for you. What do most social media followers have in common? Aside from amazing physiques, being shredded, and looking amazing, I'll tell you. Body dysmorphia. Joe Fazer, David Lade, William Lee, Dylan McKnight, Alex Eubank, Zach Perna, the list goes on. And what do they have in common? They all suffered from body dysmorphia, leading to mental health concerns for all of them. Social media leads to body dysmorphia, leading to steroids and or SARMs. Every fitness influencer in 2023. And so if you don't think that all fitness influencers feel pressure or are tempted to take steroids and or SARMs in 2023, then, well, you've been living under a rock. Or perhaps you think the rock's natural. We're constantly being shown unrealistic beauty standards. And at the same time, we're told, here's a shortcut. Mike O'Hearn, well, I'm 100% natural, but you kids, the younger generation out there, well, you can take peptides. Well, they're drugs, but you can take them, and you'll look more amazing too. And so Zach Perna says, learn from my mistakes. Zach Perna was a famous fitness model. He went through the same journey that many of today's social media influencers are going through.
I was lean, I was probably about 60 kilos, but I was quite shredded. And then I started to put on just a little bit of body fat. I hated taking photos. The calorie deficit that I created for myself was not fueling my workout.
Think of it. Guy was 60 kilograms. It's only 132 pounds. Mind you, guy was shredded. And so the guy said, well, I need to go off the diet, perhaps bulk up a little. Hated taking photos. Was so used to seeing himself shredded that once he gained body fat, he was no longer happy with his physique. And once he gained more body fat, less people took notice, getting less views and social media attention. And so what happens? Well, the temptation is there. I'm going to continue to cut. I'm going to get shredded yet again. And so this happens to almost all social media influencers.
I was left with basically a smaller, worse physique than I began with, and I was in a position of how the hell do I get out of this?
And so why is that? Well, when you're not eating enough food, you don't have the nutrients needed to help you to build muscle. Not only that, your natural testosterone levels, they go down. And so you tell yourself, well, I'm not getting stronger and getting weaker. I'll just go for the gym, get a pump. That's all you need, you just need a pump. And so you keep grinding away week after week, month after month, and you barely see any progress. And so then what happens? You start saying, oh, I need HRT. I need to take steroids. Why? Well, because I'm not making any progress. I need testosterone now. I'm not making any progress. I'm 22 years of age and I'm at my natural genetic limit. No, you're not. You're just over dieting. And so you're thinking, no, I've seen them all make progress. David Lade. Well, was he in fact natural that entire time? Really ask yourself. What about Alex Eubank? Consider that he's hardly added any muscle since high school. Why is that? When you're 100% natural, eating effectively, do you really think you're going to peak out in your teens? Of course not. Natural lifters should be able to continue to grow until their early 30s. And Joe Frazier, he's made progress, right? Yeah, he's improved, of course he has. But the guy's a teenager. When you go through puberty, of course you're going to make newbie gains. Even if you're not eating enough, you're still going to make some progress. But imagine how much more progress you could make if you ate more, if you had healthy body fat percentage. And no, healthy body fat percentage doesn't start with sub 10%. It's somewhere for most people between 10 and 20% body fat, and for the most part, it's around 15. Those with fortunate genetics, the top athletes of the world, perhaps they can maintain closer to 10. Guys with more average genetics, perhaps below average, possibly sometimes as high as 20. And so if you continue to diet down thinking it's not good enough, that you have to continue to get shredded to single digits to look like your favorite social media influencers, even those famous social media influencers themselves, they hate what they're doing. They're constantly hungry, starving. Many of them get depressed. Look at William Lee. Do you even see him posting on social media anymore? Guys, millions of followers, but hated his body. Was not comfortable in his own skin. I'm never lean enough. Single digit body fat, that's not enough. I need to do better. And so he gained some weight and no longer wants to post videos. And so you're thinking, yeah, but they're so good looking. They're making millions of dollars. Are they really? Are they happy? Would they not trade in every single cent in order to live a normal life and just to be happy? happy? And so if you traded your health for steroids in order to get that dream physique that you have, is it really worth it? Is it worth endangering your health just to be popular on social media in order to post a picture and have 1,000, perhaps even 1 million likes? Is it worth it? You know what's really worth it? Being happy with your own self, being comfortable in your own body, not trying to live up to social media expectations, doing what you want.
When I was about 20, 21, I was just getting into the fitness industry, starting posting on social media, getting a little bit of traction. I was going, this is cool. And I had an okay physique, somewhat impressive physique for a kid my age.
Had an okay physique, mid physique. Alright, it's okay. I mean, most people wouldn't be happy with that, but for Zach Perna, it was alright. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you know how upsetting it is to see this kind of stuff? The guy looks better than 99.999% of the population. An okay, alright physique. He looked better than I did, and I was a junior national champion bodybuilder on magazine covers. Guy looked better than I did. Oh, but it was an average, pretty good physique.
I had an okay physique, somewhat impressive physique for a kid my age. I was lean, I was probably about 60 kilos, but I was quite shredded.
Yeah, okay, somewhat impressive. I mean, it's so frustrating, it's so annoying to hear these things. Listen, this is a redonkulously mind-blowing, impressive physique that we're looking at. And so the people watching this are thinking, that's an okay, all right, somewhat impressive physique. It's all right. And they're thinking, I'm never, ever in my life, no matter what I do, even with steroids, going to look that good. And so what do they think? I'm pathetic. I hate my body. I have body dysmorphia. I want to look like Zach Perna at least. That's average. That's okay. Well, I need to do better than that. And so what are they going to do? They're going to start taking steroids, SARMs, performance-enhancing drugs. How could they not?
And then I started to put on just a little bit of body fat. And my engagement went down a bit. I hated taking photos. And I obviously began a little bit of body dysmorphia.
And so you put on a little bit of body fat. Went from 7% to 9%. Oh my goodness. Shame on me. How could I have eaten a slice of pizza? How could I have gained 3 ounces of body fat? I'm not worthy of taking photos. That's what happens. It literally happening right here is explaining it in detail.
Obviously began a little bit of body dysmorphia, which a lot of people do get in the industry, but I kind of got it pretty bad, so...
Oh, but Coach Greg, it's all your fault. You keep telling people to main gain. I tried to main gain. I never put on any muscle at all. Yeah, what percent body fat did you try to main gain at? Was it 15%? Was it even somewhere between 10 and 20? It has to be within your genetic set point. We all have a certain genetic set point. Perhaps it's 12 to 20%. Perhaps it's 15 to 20. Perhaps it's 10 to 15. I don't know. It's everyone's different. And if you go below that genetic set point, you're not building muscle. It's too difficult. Your body is going to revolt. It's going to say, wow, you're starving. We're not building muscle. All I'm going to do is make you hungry, not let you sleep, give you brain fog, lower your libido. I'm going to do anything and everything to make you eat. Yeah, you're going to binge. Why? Because I want you to. I want you to survive. You need to increase your body fat. What happens if there's a famine? What happens if it's the winter? You can't hunt out for food. Your body wants you to survive. It is smarter than you. It wants you to live as long and a healthy life as possible. But you're thinking, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to starve myself. Imagine doing that. Why would you do this? And so if you're smart, you listen to Coach Greg's message. What is the message? Main gain at a healthy body fat percentage for you. Not single-digit body fat. Whatever's healthy for you. How is that a bad message? Oh, but the best bodybuilders in the world, they all bulk and cut. Of course they do, because they diet down to sub 5% body fat, and then they can't build muscle. They have to get bigger. And so the bodybuilders, they go back up to perhaps 10 to 15% body fat, then they main gain, and then they repeat the process. But you're not a bodybuilder. You don't have to cut.
The calorie deficit that I created for myself on an ongoing basis was not fueling my workouts. My strength was actually going down.
Does this sound familiar, Alex Eubank? He's trying to maintain such a lean physique that his strength is going down. He's not making the progress that he once expected to make. Alex Eubank is shredded, looks amazing, but it's not good enough. He's trying to continue to diet, to reduce his calories further, and he doesn't have the energy, the motivation, the enthusiasm, the ability to make gains in the gym. And so what does he want to do? He wants to go on HRT to take testosterone. I don't want to get too big though. I just want to feel good again. I want to have energy in the gym, to look the way I want to look and have a happy life. Having a happy life and having 5, 6, 7% body fat at the same time for 99.999% of the population ain't gonna happen. Sorry to break it to you, but remember Coach Greg telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear? You want to hear that if you take all my supplements, Acti Builder, G-Test, GO2 Max, creatine, pre-workouts, pre-workout pumps, pre-workout stim, whatever supplement you can find, that will give you your dream physique. Or that if you only got my friggin' cookbook, that would be the secret, the answer to all your prayers. I'm not saying that these won't help. Of course they can help, but they're not going to help you enough to maintain a shredded year-round physique for the rest of your life. It's just not going to happen, at least for most people. And so rather than that, please have realistic expectations. And so for many of you watching this, you don't have the experience, you don't have the wisdom, the years of training that I do. You're watching a guy like Alex Eubank trying to get shredded who's not happy with his physique and thinking, well, I need to go on a diet. And so let's watch this interview where Alex Eubank interviews his girlfriend.
Especially you having such a big platform and always pushing, like being lean, is making these kids that are like 16, 15, like young, wanting to start diet.
And so notice Alex's body language as his girlfriend tells him what he needs to hear, not what he wants to hear. He's yawning, looking around, not paying her attention, not looking at her in the eyes. He doesn't want to hear it. Everything she's stating is 100% truth. Everyone needs to see this. Why do you think I'm saying this in this video? Why do you think I'm showing these clips? You need to stop the madness, stop the insanity, stop trying to get to single-digit body fat. The standards for beauty, they've gone too far. Enough is enough already.
Life has never been easier, yet everybody seems to be so unhappy.
Life has never been easier, yet everyone seems to be so unhappy. It's so true. Look at Alex Eubank. Millions of followers, millions of dollars, beautiful girlfriend, very good looking, yet not happy with his physique. And so no matter how good you have it, no matter how much muscle you have, no matter how lean you are, you can get depressed.
I get spots, which every time I look in the mirror, I'm disgusted by. If I see my physique in bad lighting, I'm disgusted by it. And it's really started hitting me up here.
And so he looks in the mirror, sees a little bit of acne or physique in bad lighting, and he's disgusted. Look away, I'm hideous. Meanwhile, 99% of people looking at him are thinking, you look incredible. Wow, look at the transformation. Look at the hard work you've put in. And these are the amazing results. Over 1 million followers. How could he possibly get depressed? How could he be suffering from mental health problems? And so one of the biggest problems is that we put too much pressure on ourselves. We're comparing ourselves to the best of the best, the top 1% of the top 1%. That's what you're seeing on social media. When you're scrolling through, you're being presented with the best physiques in the world. And in comparison, you're thinking, I'm not worthy. I don't look nearly as good. But in reality, you are. I'm not saying you can't improve. I'm not saying you can't work on being better, but you need to be happy right now. You are worthy. You deserve the love, the affection from all your friends and family. And so please work on your mental health. It's just as, if not more important than the physical. Stop living on your phones, texting all day, day and night, watching the thoughts, the bots. Every single day you're bombarded with these images. Stop it. Enough is enough. Work on yourself. Take up a hobby. Find new challenges. Do cardio, lift weights, eat healthy, but not at the expense of your mental health. Do not think what you're doing is not good enough. Compare yourself only to yourself, not to other people. And can you be better tomorrow than you were today? Can you be better today than you were yesterday? Of course you can. Do your best, and that is good enough. Train harder than last time. Progressive overload your life. Ending it here. Looking for a free diet and training program? It's over 50 pages. Please head over to my website, or your first and last name, email address, going to be sent right over to you right now. Remember, you don't need to have a single cent to get in better shape to improve your mental, physical, social, and spiritual well-being. Please leave a like right now. Subscribe to the channel. Please watch one of the loops, and of course, the cookbooks, the training books, the coaching plans by me and my team, that Circle diet book, my life's work, how to lose weight, keep it off for the rest of your life. the HTLT clothing line. Also, follow me on the gram. It's Greg Doucette IFB Pro. And until next time, I am out.